Hello everyone, how's it going? This is Azrin here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to today's Learn Gujarati with me video and podcast. If you're listening to this just on the podcast and you're not watching the video, there's a video version of every single podcast on YouTube and Spotify. Simply search Learn Gujarati with me on YouTube or Spotify, and you'll find the video. Today, we're going to start something new. We're going to kick off a 3 or 4 video series, and we're going to talk about many usages of the word mane and mare. Both of these words can be used in multiple different ways. So today, we're going to focus only on mane and one of its usages. Let's erase that. One time we use mane, it's to say want. Want. There we go. Here's how the sentence structure would be. We always start with the word mane. Mane means I in this case. And then you're going to say the thing you actually want. This is step 1. Step 2, the thing you actually want. Let's say you want a mango. Mango in Gujarati is keri. Keri. Mango. Step 3 is to add જોઈએ છે at the end. મને કેરી જોઈએ છે. I want mango, or I want a mango. Word per word, I mango want. Here's another example. મને ઘર જોઈએ છે. I want a house. Or word per word, I house want. Very easy. મને કેરી જોઈએ છે. મને ઘર જોઈએ છે. મને ફોન જોઈએ છે. મને લેપટોપ જોઈએ છે. મને something જોઈએ છે. મને something જોઈએ છે. જોઈએ છે always stays the same. Well, yeah, always stays the same. Very easy. Now, what if you want to say you want something, like you want a house, or you want a mango, or you want something? Well, all we're going to change is this money, is money. So if you want something, we're going to say tane for informal. Informal. Informal just means with friends and people much younger than. Basically, with informal just means this is the word you use with friends, children, potentially your mom. Yeah, so kids, friends, maybe your mom. Could be other family that's your age. Okay. I have a whole video talking about I think it's one of the very first videos talking about informal and formal, what the difference is in Gujarati. So you're more than welcome to go back and watch that. Okay. If you're being more formal, we're going to say tamne. Tamne is you, but formal. Okay. We have ene for he or she. So if he or she wants something, we're going to have ene. If you're going to have a more formal he or she, we're going to say emne. Okay, emne. I'm going to erase this up here to create some space. So I want a little bit more space. If you're just listening and you're like, why is there silence? Well, it's because I'm writing on a whiteboard and erasing some things. So, okay, here we go. So this is informal, right? And this one's formal. So tane, you, informal. Tamne, you, formal. Ene, he or she, informal. Emne, he or she, formal. Amne, or aparne, for we. Remember, amne is exclusive. Aparne, inclusive. Exclusive means Bob and I, we want something, but you don't. I'm talking to you. I'm telling you, Bob and I want something, but you don't want it. That's amne. But if I'm talking to you, myself, Bob, and you, we all want something, that's aparne. I have a whole video on that too. It's one of the very first videos that I made. Okay? So you're welcome to go back and watch that. What am I forgetting? I, you, he, she, we need they. When you're talking, most of the time you're going to say e loco, ne. This is for they, like if they want something. E loco ne. Okay? So if I want a house, mane ghar જોઈએ છે. If you want a house and you're like my friend or something, tane ghar જોઈએ છે. If you want a house and you're not my friend, you're a stranger, તમને ઘર જોઈએ છે. He or she wants a house informally, ene. So if it's a friend, if the he that wants a house is a friend, ene ઘર જોઈએ છે. If the he that wants a house is a stranger, એમને ઘર જોઈએ છે. If we want a house, અમને or આપણને ઘર જોઈએ છે. If they want a house, એ લોકોને ઘર જોઈએ છે. So this ઘર જોઈએ છે never changes. Like this, the structure never changes. It's always the thing you want and then જોઈએ છે. That always stays the same. There's never any change there. Make sense? Easy peasy, hopefully. A very simple way to practice this. Just take out a piece of paper, write down 20, 30, 40, 50 sentences with things that you want, I want, he wants, etc. Okay? I'm going to pause this recording for 1 second. I have to get a charger. 1 second. Okay, and we're back. So this is how we talk about wants. I want something, you want something, he wants something, we want something, they want something. Now, what if you don't want something? Now what do we do? Like, I don't want a house. I don't want mango. Okay. Now, mostly the structure stays, well, the structure stays similar, but there are some changes. So let's stick with mane. Mane, keri. We're going to add the word nathi to start. Nathi means not. Okay, so mane keri nathi. There's more, but let's start here. I mango not. Now we're gonna have, I'm gonna write it in red. Joiti, or some people might say jyoti. I want to say jyoti is more standard, if there is a standard for Gujarati, and jyoti is not, but I actually don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Okay. And again, this jyoti now means want as well. So mane keri nathi joiti. I don't want mango. Mane keri nathi joiti. I mango not want. Okay. Now I'm going to show you another one, and you'll notice joiti is going to change in this one. Mane ghar. Let's go back to that one. Nathi joitu, or possibly, I think I've heard jotu as well. Mane ghar nathi joitu. I house, not want. Again, so again, મને કેરી નથી જોઈતી, મને ઘર નથી જોઈતું. So here we have જોઈતી, for second one we have જોઈતું. Weird, right? Let me show you another one. Let's say someone knocks on your door and they're a door salesperson. They sell doors. And you're like, nah, I don't want a door. I already have a door. મને દરવાજો નથી જોઈતો. Or joto, I think some people might say. I, door, not want. So now we have joito. So for the want word, we have three choices so far. Joiti, joitu, joito. One more example. Let's say the same guy, the salesperson comes to my door. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, do you want to buy some doors? And you're like, nah, I don't want any doors. મને દરવાજા નથી જોઈતા or જોતા. I, doors, not want. મને દરવાજા નથી જોઈતા. So the difference here, two differences. When you don't want something, first, logically, we have to use the word not, which is nati. Right? We have to use nati. But the second difference is that instead of joyeche, let's scroll back up. Over here, we're using joyeche. When you want something, it's joyeche. When you don't want something, you have four different choices. Joiti, joitu, joito, joita. It depends. Let's erase this. There we go, erased. Joiti is used with feminine nouns. The noun, I'm going to speak nice and slowly, is this. The noun is a thing, an object. Person, place, or thing. Right? Nouns are people, places, or things. So if the person, the place, or the thing is feminine, you're going to say joiti. So if the thing you want, the person you want, the place you want is feminine, you say joiti. If you're new to Gujarati and you're like, how do I know if it's feminine? Because maybe you're wondering that. Generally, if the last letter of the person, actually, let's leave people out. If it's a place or a thing, it's feminine if it ends in an I. So keri is feminine. Why? Because it ends in e, keri. If it's a person, well, then it's easy. Is it a girl? Great. Then it's feminine. Did that make sense? I hope so. Sometimes there are nouns, so persons, places, things. They don't end in E, but they are feminine. There is no way to know if it's feminine or masculine for words like that. So sometimes you won't know if a word is feminine. You will guess. When you're more fluent, you'll have a better understanding of what's feminine and what's not feminine. You'll just have a better understanding. When you're fluent, you will also forget Or there will also be words that you don't know if it's feminine or whatever it is. You won't know, and you'll look it up. There's a video where I talk about how to look it up. I don't remember which one it is, but I do actually have a dictionary. You're welcome to email me by going to, I'll just put the link on the screen here. I'll type it. Email me by going to azrinthelanguagenerd.com/contact. azrinthelanguagenerd.com/contact. AZ or ZREN, thelanguagenerd.com/contact. Email me. I have a dictionary. I don't even know where I got it from. Somewhere. I downloaded it from somewhere at some point. And it's the only it's the only dictionary I've seen that will tell you the gender of a word. So you can just look up a word, what's the gender? So you're welcome to email me and I'll send it to you. Okay, back here. Joitu, so mane ghar nati joitu. This is used for neuter nouns. Joito is used for masculine nouns. Masculine nouns tend to end in o, like darvajo has an o at the end, darvajo. So masculine nouns tend to end in an o. Neuter nouns tend to end in u, but not always. Like ghar doesn't end in u, so that's unfortunate. Feminine nouns tend to end in e, but this is a very loose rule, and there are lots of exceptions, particularly for the neuter ones. Particularly, neuter ones can end in really anything often. Joita is used for masculine and neuter nouns when they're plural. So doors, there's more than one door. That's called plural. So when there's more than one of something, that means it's plural. So if you don't want more than one of something, and it's masculine or neuter, you're going to say choita. There's a previous video, I don't remember now which one it was. I want to say it's the video on, I want to say, let me try and remember here. I want to say it's the video on negative present tense. I think it's that one. I talk more about, because in that video, I talk more about negative sentences using the word not. I talk more about that. And what we're seeing here, it's the same, it's a very similar concept, a very similar idea to negative present tense. So if you haven't watched that video or listened to that podcast, please go back to it, because I did already talk about this in that one, and this is a very similar concept. Okay. So again, let's recap and then we'll finish this episode off. And I'll give you some practice. What you can do to practice. So recap. If you want something, very easy. Mane, something, joye, che. Easy peasy. That's level 1. You can get that very easily. Mane, something, joye, che. Mane, phone, joye, che. Mane, ghar, joye, che. Mane, something, whatever. Right? Level 2 is, if you can remember, so I'm going to put a little, maybe this is level 1. Level 1. Right? Level 2 is, can you switch mane with something else? Tane kaink joye che, tamne a joye che, ene, emne, so on and so forth. That's like a level 2. And level 3, this is where it gets a bit trickier, is where you want to negate it. That gets a bit trickier. That's like a level 3. Right? A little bit harder. There's more to it. But again, how do you practice this? Not that hard to practice. You can do it. To practice it, all you need to do, write down let's say, here, I'll go down here. Level 1, write down 20 sentences for that level 1. Level 1 is you want something. Mane aa જોઈએ છે, મને ઘર જોઈએ છે, મને phone જોઈએ છે, મને Lego જોઈએ છે, write down 20 different sentences at that level 1, right? At the level 2, right, those are like the તમને, એને, એમને, write down 20 sentences. At the level 3, I'm going to say write down 50 sentences. Get these corrected by a native or fluent speaker that you know. If you're learning Gujarati, you probably know someone. That tends to be the case. It's very rare for someone to be learning Gujarati and they don't know anyone, which is unlike languages like French or Spanish, for example, which most of the time when people are learning those languages, they actually don't know someone who speaks the language, which is a very interesting difference. So you're gonna write down 20 sentences with I want, 20 sentences with you, he, she, we, they want, 50 sentences with I don't want, you don't want, he doesn't want, they don't want. For all the don't wants, by the way, if it's like you don't, all these manes, for example, they don't change. Meaning if you, so mane always stays the same. If you're going to say you don't want, again, it's going to be the same as up here, tane or tamne. If he or she doesn't want, ene or emne. If we don't want, amne, aparne. They don't want, elokone. Hope that makes sense. As always, if you have any questions, you're always welcome to contact me. You can go to, I'll just type it on the screen here. You can always go to azrinthelanguagenerd.com/contact. azrinthelanguagenerd.com/contact. Email me. I'm happy to answer any questions you have. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Aujo.